Hello, welcome to our channel. I'm Danielle.
And I'm Stephanie.
And together we clean homes for free.
In today's video, we are back at the house that we were at in a couple of videos ago where Danielle was doing the bathroom. And in this video, I am doing the kitchen. So these photos are just giving you a before, and then you'll obviously see the after photos at the end. If you're new here and you do like cleaning content, please subscribe. We do release a video every single week, and it's all free cleans that we do. Before we get into it, I do just want to say a huge thank you to everybody who commented on my last video and who donated to my friend. And obviously it has been a very emotional time for us, and I'm not going to go into it because obviously I did trauma dump on you all last week, but we just wanted to say thank you and just to let you know that we're not going to be making a habit of like asking for money on the channel for different causes or for ourselves or anything like that. That's not what we're about, but we do appreciate everybody that did donate. And one final thing that I wanted to say as well was just I was really surprised by the number of women that commented. Basically, it was like a Me Too movement on the last video. And it's absolutely heartbreaking that there are so many that have experienced similar or the same as what I did. And I just wanted to say that I'm so glad that you all felt comfortable enough to share that story in our comments, and that our comments are a safe space for you all. It gives me a fuzzy feeling. So we're not going to keep going on about it. We don't want to bring down the tone of the video. But yeah, I couldn't just get on with the video without giving you all a heartfelt thank you. It's so appreciated. So before you ask me what did I like the most about this video,
I don't have to answer it. I'm like, thinking, what am I going to say? But I don't have to answer it this time. That's fine. Yeah. So what did you like most about this video?
Honestly, just the woman that we were cleaning for. That was probably my favourite thing about doing this clean. It was a little difficult. You think we were just like hanging out in the kitchen, chatting away while you were slogging in the bathroom.
But like, yeah, I kept hearing their stories and I'm like, I want to be listening to this too. But when I was coming through and I was seeing like the organisation skill that you're having to put to that, because there was just, as you'll see, so much. This lady had so much stuff.
And it was a battle. Like, I felt like such a B word because I was like, do you really need 3 fruit bowls?
She's like,
and like 7 cookie jars?
She's like, Danielle, she's making me bin stuff again.
Oh my god, I did not know that you could reach that pitch. My ears.
Sorry.
we're in the car, so that was so echoey. Yeah, the woman was hilarious. And what is it? Did you not say talk to your gran, or what was it she kept saying to you?
She kept calling me baby.
Yeah, but she kept referring to herself in like a grandmother figure role. What was the word?
Mother. She was saying, "Come to your mother."
Oh right, yeah. She was hilarious.
Like, baby, come to your mother. I loved her. She was so good.
There was no terms of endearment for me because obviously I was the bad one trying to convince her that she doesn't need all of the stuff that she had.
And I was the one that was coming in and going, "Oh, that's so cool. I like this." She said, "Oh my god, I like these."
Don't get me wrong, her stuff was cool. She just doesn't have space for it all.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, in terms of what was the most like satisfying part, probably the floor at the end. Even though the mop was disgusting that we had to use, it still brought the floor up pretty good.
And most challenging,
definitely battling with the woman to like, because obviously I don't know if she has hoarding disorder or anything, and I think she does.
I think
so I don't want to like force, and I would never force anybody to get anything away, but it's kind of trying to find that thin line where you're not just like, yeah, keep this. You're kind of like, well, you could do this if you felt comfortable doing it. So I always kind of try and
You
give them
always
advice
just-
without being
yeah.
pushy.
You always just a suggestion is like, you could donate this.
Yeah,
which
give it
makes them
another
more-
lease of
yeah,
life. Yeah.
Which makes them more inclined to let it go than just chucking it out.
Yeah, and she did well. Like in the beginning, it was like no to everything, and I was starting to get a bit disheartened. But I didn't let that show, obviously. And then she finally let something go, and I was like, "See, well done. That's progress."
Win.
That's like, yeah, just like letting one thing go is progress, and I would have been happy at that. But she did actually get rid of like a small bag of things, and then some things were going to her sister as well. So we did make good progress. I did not like doing the bunker, like this section here that's in the camera, because, and I don't know if I've already done it in the video, I wasn't looking.
I think you have. Is it stained?
Yeah, it's stained.
Yeah,
So it looks like I don't clean
I
it very
noticed
well,
that.
but I promise it was just because it was stained.
Yeah, I already seen that and I'm like, why is it not getting better when she's wiping it? But
So like one example of something that she had a lot of was, so she had like the tea and coffee canisters, and then she had a really big canister for tea bags, but then she also was keeping tea bags in a cup. So that was 3 different containers for tea bags in, but then, so I kind of like condensed them so that I could wash a couple of them out, and thinking, oh, she doesn't need them in the cup if she has the container. But then she was like, oh, well, I use the big one for storing all of them so they don't have to go in the cupboard. And then I put some in the cup so I can just easily access them. And then she obviously wasn't really using the other canister, but it matched the coffee and sugar canister. And then here she had a container for eggs, but then she also had this cool rooster thing for eggs. And I was like, well, you could donate the other egg one. And she was like, oh, I'm not getting rid of that. And then there's one of the fruit bowls. So with the fruit bowls, she was I was like, you really don't need 3. And she was like, oh, but that one's for like berries, and that one's for like onions and potatoes, and that one's for like the apples and bananas. And I was like, I really can't argue that, because
it makes sense.
It does make sense, but she just doesn't have the space. Maybe like a tiered fruit basket would be better, but then I don't think she would let the other ones go. And like that brown ceramic one was quite nice.
Do you know, I think, see, once you've lived a life and you've picked up stuff here and there and you're older, and I think it's really difficult to just, because it'd be like chucking your whole life away.
Yeah, and I get it. Somebody had suggested in the video of the bathroom that, because obviously she does have all these stories for each piece that she has, and they suggested, well, like, remind her that the memories themselves like aren't the item, and if the item goes to somebody else, then somebody else can make those memories. But I think as you do get older, you do associate items with
because
the
there's times it's like, so when I do a clear out, I'll find things and be like, oh, and it'll bring that memory to my mind.
It's like a memory box, it's not your entire house.
Yeah, it's not something that I'm going to just sit and think about, but when I come across it, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, so I think it was a good suggestion, but in theory it's a good suggestion, but in practicality not really.
What a memory book. Take a photo of the item, print it out, write the story about it, and just keep it in books.
I mean, that's not a bad idea. But again, in theory, in reality, it might not be the same.
Yeah.
But it's a suggestion. That's what a lot of people do with children's artwork that they don't want to keep. I'm ruthless. I just bin it.
Yeah.
I enjoy the yes and then bin it.
So I've always wanted to like make them all email address.
I tried
pictures.
this.
So yeah, I've just not done it. I've just never procrastinated about it. I'm like, that's such a good idea. I want to do that. Send them all their photos.
I used to write
throughout the year,
email.
so it was like in date as well.
So I used to write when Madison was born.
16.
When my firstborn was born, I used to write her an email every week telling her what we did and uploaded photos, and then the email address got shut down.
Oh.
So I lost it all. So in theory, that's also a good idea. Because there was a story a few years ago of a man who had done it, and that was what inspired me. A man had done it for his daughter, and she was now 18, and he gave her like the login for her 18th birthday, and she could see like 18 years worth of like a diary basically. But also I'm not consistent, so I probably started off doing it every week, and then it was like every other month, and then it was like
every 6 months.
Yeah, and then eventually they were just like, nobody's accessed this email address, and so they shut it down. I'm not entirely sure why, but I'm not very technical. That
makes me think like I need to go and log into Cameron's email address and make sure someone's logging into it.
Yeah, I would definitely do that just to make sure. I think it was maybe there was like they send you emails every so often to like verify this email address or whatever, and then if you don't do that, it can get shut down. This cupboard was quite satisfying to clean. I don't know how well it actually shows up on camera, but it was really dirty down the front of it. So yeah, my strategy in this room was same as everywhere else, just clear a section, clean it, put things back in a more orderly way. Didn't really have time to go through all the cupboards, or I feel like I didn't have time to do a lot, but when you're working with the resident, it does slow you down. Yeah. And it's mainly like the back bunker has a lot, like here has a lot of stuff, and I didn't even know what some is. Like he has me like literally scratching my head, like
what
so I was
this?
like, what is this thing? Turns out that's a vase, and the woman was absolutely laughing at me for not knowing. Like she honestly must have thought I was stupid.
What are you fitting in that? Like 2 flowers?
Well, exactly.
Is it just an ornamental piece?
No, it is a vase. She told me it's a vase. In it. Yeah, and then there was
that, like, do you know how you just get those like ornaments?
You'd maybe just have like one orchid or something. I don't know.
It just looks like such a big space for one.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was like. I was like, what is this? I thought maybe it was some sort of lampshade, and I was like, no, that can't be right. But no, it's a vase, and she wanted to keep it. So a lot of this is me like turning around and talking and trying to like, I think I was talking to you at this point and explaining like what I've been doing. Or maybe I was talking to the woman, who knows. I hate it when you can see my face directly in the camera. I should have cut that out. Oh yeah, there was several parrots attached to cupboards around the kitchen. I didn't even notice that. Did you not? No. Oh, they're so cool. They're like attached to the handles. And that reminds me, I've maybe already asked you this question, but have you ever seen Paulie?
Yeah.
Have you? Nobody.
I love that program.
Right. Okay. If viewers, you need to tell us if you know this film, right? Because
no one's ever seen it.
Yeah, it's like it doesn't
and
exist.
And it's like
for
I've tried
else.
to find it, and I'm like, why can I not find this film?
It's my favourite movie in the entire world. Like if I had to pick one movie, it's this movie. Yeah. So it's about a parrot, and it goes through his life story, and he just the whole time is just trying to get back to his original owner, and it's the most heartbreaking movie. It's one I put on if I need to cry. That and Sam I Am, and what was the other? Little Voice. Did you ever see Little Voice? No. That's really good as well. It's not really a sad. I mean, it is kind of because I don't want to give any spoilers. If anybody has seen either of those 3 movies, let us know. So she had a lot of like, because what is that sweet called? Like Basset?
What sweet?
Like the licorice.
Oh right, okay,
remember,
yeah.
Is it Basset?
I don't know.
Are you googling it?
Yeah.
Okay, well she had a lot of memorabilia for that, and I think it is Basset sweets. But I was like, so what do you use this for? And it doesn't really have a role, but it's a collector's item, so she didn't want to get rid of it. Is it Basset? Licorice All Sorts. Is All Sorts the brand? Google Basset, because I want to know what that is, because it's in my head.
It's going to come up with dog, is it not?
No, just type in Basset sweets.
Okay.
I'm sure it's a thing. Yeah, it is. Licorice All Sorts. That's the
first but it's Maynard's.
But Maynard's Basset. See, okay, I was correct.
It was anyway, in there somewhere.
And then this, like, watermelon thing is like a drinks, like, dispenser.
Oh, okay.
And then I was like, oh, well, this cat spoon is something you could get rid of. And she was like, absolutely not.
I think I heard
That's the exact way she talks as well.
I think I heard that for the bathroom. I was like, okay.
So yes, I wasn't allowed to get rid of that. So I just gave that a clean and put it back. And then she had like 4 or 5 or 6 water bottles. And also, I don't know why the camera's doing that. But yeah, she had a lot of water bottles, and I was like, okay, well, there's just one of you, so maybe that's something we could. And she did get rid of a couple of them, so that was quite good. And then a lot of the stuff on this bunker, she's actually redecorating her living room, and so some of this stuff, like that white basin, that circular basin to my left, that has like stones and lights that go in like a fake fireplace.
Oh, okay.
So a lot of what I did, as well as like trying to donate some things and cleaning and reorganizing, was if something didn't belong, I just went and put it back in its zone. So it wasn't put away, but it was at least in the zone area of where it needed to belong. So it couldn't go back into the fireplace just yet. So it's now just next to the fireplace. Yeah, there's her bowl of onions and potatoes.
I've never even thought about keeping onions and potatoes in a bowl.
You shouldn't keep onions with potatoes because onions are like bananas. So bananas will make your fruit rot faster and onions will make your potatoes rot faster.
Keep onions and bananas together?
I don't know. I don't know why you would do that, but maybe try that and see. But yeah, you shouldn't really actually keep them with your potatoes.
Is that why you get those fruit bowls that have got like the bit
to keep the bananas separate?
You hang the bananas up.
I don't know if that's just to make it look good or if it is practical to keep them away from the other fruit, but probably, yeah.
And once one bit of fruit goes off, it spreads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's maybe why.
Always get rid of your...
Yeah, so it's better to keep them separate. Well, you guys might hear... We're in the car. You guys might hear fireworks because it's nearly bonfire night and there's been a lot of fireworks going off. And do you know what a funny story is? I was meant to be born on bonfire night and it's like a running joke that I was scared of the fireworks, so I stayed in and didn't come out till like 4 days later. So it's my birthday next week. Oh, next video will be released on my birthday.
Oh yeah, so it will.
Yeah. And we might go live that night, by the way, because we're drinking.
Until yesterday, Steph didn't even realise it was her birthday next week.
Yeah, I thought it was a couple of weeks away. Yeah. I don't really celebrate my birthday very much. I'm all about Halloween. We're actually, tonight, when we're recording this voiceover, we're going out, which we mentioned a while ago. And the number of people, and I know yous were being helpful, but the number of people that suggested Luna Lovegood for your character, Luna is in Ravenclaw, not Gryffindor. So many people were like, "Oh, she could be Luna," and I was like, "Nope, wrong house." But yeah,
we could have been on like.
But it's only a Gryffindor uniform that I have. Remember,
right,
that was the whole problem.
Well, maybe next time you want to go as a Gryffindor.
Yeah,
well, it'll come round again.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm going to be Hermione tonight, as you all know, and then you have decided on
Alice in Wonderland. That Gothic
yeah.
Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah, you might see us actually before we even upload this video because we might post a photo if we can get.
I think we should.
Yeah, because we never get good photos of us.
I
think the only nice photo of us, apart from like when we're cleaning houses and we both like look a mess. Well, I look a mess. You still somehow look put together. But the only nice photo of us is from like 12 years ago.
I'm trying to think. Oh, when we had the kids.
When we had the kids. Yeah. But then there was one from a night out.
Tired.
I found a photo of us from a night out and I have like horrid hair extensions in. And for some reason, right, we're like, so it's funny, there's 3 photos, right? So the first one is like the beginning
Where
of the
did you find these? And like, where about were we?
I'll also show you. So it was that night that we were out with John, actually. Okay. Me, you and John went out and we ended up at the nightclub Sticks. Yeah. Anyway, so there's a photo right at the beginning where we're both just like sober smiles, and then there's like a photo in the middle where we're like dancing, and then there's a photo near the end where for some reason I'm like posing licking a pool cue and you're like hanging on me like in your heels. And we were both so skinny, by the way, skinny.
Yeah,
and I had like my favourite like cream heels on.
What was I wearing?
We were just wearing jeans and a t-shirt.
Right, okay.
Like we were too classy to dress up. Yeah, but we looked awesome.
We were never one for skimpy dresses or.
I mean, I went through a phase. But it's because my legs are my best feature. Well, they were, but
I've never liked. I don't know if it's because being a tomboy growing up. I've never liked wearing dresses and skirts to have my legs out. I'd much rather wear a nice pair of trousers or a nice pair of jeans or.
Yeah, but you've got the hourglass figure going on, whereas I'm just all bum. So that's why. Yeah, so that's why I'm kind of like I need to show off my assets. I really like doing the windowsill here. It is old and kind of stained, so it doesn't come up perfect, but in like real life the difference was really
I just think most
noticeable.
Windowsills are satisfying.
Yeah, it's one of those ones that you can just wipe. And then see this like thing in front of the camera, this metal thing.
It's a metal man.
It's a wine holder, and I think it's a cat in a like chef's hat, and then but the wine that's in it has got like a funny name that relates to the cat guy, like fish something, or it's funny. Hopefully you get to see it on camera. I just kind of give it a wee dust down. Oh no, the camera's too high up. You can't. Maybe when I lift it up. But it's like a fish cook. He's a fish cook, and I think he's a cat. And then what is it? There, look, fish eye. I don't know if that's wine. I think she said it was wine, but maybe it's oil or something. I don't know. And then she had that cool clock, guitar, and elephants. And then yeah, so I've managed to clear this bunker. She really likes rooster. She had a lot of like rooster ornaments. And I think you mentioned in the bathroom video about the Coca-Cola memorabilia.
Yeah.
You don't really see much of it, but you do see the little fridge. But she's actually getting rid of that. I think she was selling it. So a lot of the stuff here that I put back on the bunker, it either doesn't live there all the time and it's just there temporarily, or it is things that are planning to go to other people. And that was something I forgot to say last time as well, is when I was asking her, like, oh, where did you get this? Where did you get this? So I think her son-in-law, who died, worked in a charity shop. Or maybe it's the one that didn't die and he still works in a charity shop. So she actually, a lot of the stuff that she gets is
from the charity shop.
Yeah. She kind of gets first dibs on all the quirky things.
It's not about what you know.
It's who you know.
I really do like the sweetie tin though.
It's cute. It was quite heavy. And then she did have the character.
Tin? Or is she using it as a biscuit tin?
Well, she's not using it at all.
Oh.
That's the thing.
I would definitely keep the sweeties in it, just so it matched.
I don't know if that's maybe what she does normally use it for.
Really like licorice. Not.
Oh,
like,
I do
I'm
not.
one of the few. But my granddad, he used to have in his office like the licorice, like the Jack Black sweeties.
Oh, I like Jack Black.
And the fruit were they Frutella?
Yeah.
And you got them in a pack.
Yeah.
And every time
they always came together in the shop. I love
every time we were in his house, I used to steal them all, and he'd be like, "Who's that one?" And I'd be like, "Not me."
Oh, see this.
If you're listening, sorry.
See
it, but...
So see this cookie jar that I'm cleaning. Cleaning cloths. That's what she keeps in it.
In a cookie jar.
Yeah, it's so random.
No,
but
I don't like that.
That's what she keeps in it, is her cleaning cloths. As well, I don't think that stays there. I think that, because I said to her, oh, why is it not up on the shelf with all the other ones? Because it's a collectible. That was me putting some more cleaning cloths in it. Because she has some other ones like that are up on the shelf. But I can't remember what the reason was that it's not there. And then that jar that I'm cleaning right now, those two, she has decided to let those two go. She was very proud. They're going to a charity shop. Sweet cheeks. I don't know what the blue one says, if it says anything. But yeah, so it's not a huge transformation. See, there's another sweetie jar, and just keeping cleaning brushes and cream in it. So everything has a purpose. They're just, some of them are strange purposes. And
it just doesn't seem like the right purpose for the item.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
And we were running out of time when I was doing this bit and running out of steam. So this is just going to be a quick, make things look tidier.
I was done by this one. Yeah, there I am.
Yeah. To be honest, I maybe could have gone on a bit longer, but usually when one of us hits that point, if we can't bring them back from that point, it's like, okay, well now I feel the pressure to like finish, and so we can go. Some of your facial expressions, I don't know if you get seen on camera, but you can tell you're done. You can totally tell. And then we were finding some random things on this table as well. Like I think, was that some sort of like pen?
Oh yeah, there was a, because you were like, what is this? And I looked at it, I was like, it's a pen.
Ooh. Sorry, I'm yawning. We've just finished another clean. We're now in the car after that, recording this.
And I'm cold and tired and we're meant to be going out tonight.
She said to me earlier, she was like, oh, I'm not feeling, I was, you're coming, you have no choice, you will feel better and come with me.
I do feel like I'm getting a bit choked up though.
Well, nothing a few drinks won't fix.
You could help me look after my children tomorrow.
No, I have my own to look at.
I'm going to come to your house with my children tomorrow.
Okay, we'll stick a movie on and just be cozy.
That's such a good idea.
They can entertain each other. And I think Madison's home, so we can
So
be
you can look after
"Madison,
Olivia."
Here's Olivia. To be honest, Lily will probably want to look after her.
Yeah.
So, how is everybody? I feel like we've not asked you guys enough questions in this video, apart from, have you heard of that movie that I love? Have we asked any other questions?
No.
Normally we ask like a grammar question, or... Is it grammar if it's the
something.
word? We normally have a question for you. We don't have anything. So how is everybody?
I've got a question. Does anyone use items that are not for its purpose? And what do you use? Like, what is its purpose?
That's a good one.
To relate to the video.
Yeah. You're good at thinking of the questions on the spot. We just wing these voiceovers.
Yeah,
like
if you've been with
us for a while, you'll know it is just two friends hanging out, watching a video together and talking rubbish, and that's kind of what we do. And if you are new here, check us out. We have other videos that are probably better, I'm not gonna lie.
And if you don't like the voiceovers, we do, if we can, try and release.
But that doesn't happen often.
Yeah.
I think we were very optimistic when we said we would do that all the time, because we do talk too much. Sometimes the residents are there. Sometimes, like today, we were both not feeling it. We really needed... I was like, right, we're just going to blast some music and get on with it. So the one that we've just been cleaning, we won't release ASMR. So that's just like a bonus that we'll do every so often.
It's really boring cleaning with no sound.
See, I like doing that in my house.
No, I need like music, or
it depends on my mood,
or like trying to record myself doing stuff, not having my phone to be able to like play music or something. Really,
that's why I got those headphones.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're kind of near the end now. I'm just doing the floor, and the floor isn't going to be perfect. It never is. Usually in these houses, the floor will need going over multiple times, but you do see a very noticeable difference. So yeah, thank you for watching. We do have a membership program where you can get priority reply to comments, or we do have one members only video that's been released, and we are planning on doing some more. Obviously Danielle has moved house. She hasn't got a lot of footage of it. The plan did not go to plan, but we will go live next week, I think, on my birthday,
we'll
maybe, and then we'll kind of go over that and what our future plans are and things like that. But yeah, if you've stuck with us this far, thank you.
Thanks for watching. We hope you come back.
Yeah. I've forgotten what the rest of the spiel is.
I have no idea. Okay. Like, subscribe, and
comment. Yeah, the comments help
come back
the algorithm.
Next week.
Yep. Go watch our previous videos if you haven't.
Returning.
Just all the usual YouTuber stuff.
We appreciate you. We love you all. Stay with us. Keep coming along on our journey.
And we are sincere, even though we can't remember what we're meant to say. Like, we love you all. Thank you.
You do make it, like, you make this work for us and for everyone we're going to help. Yeah. It's you guys that make it happen.
And I just love the community. Especially, like, all the support that I've been given lately. It just, it really shows that the cleans themselves aren't just the thing that's making a difference. It's the videos. But anyway, that's us at the end. So, bye!
Bye!